one thing that I'm interested with Dignitas is there was this video put out by Travis Gafford where he had...
Jensen? The flash! Jojo Pyun with the first blood!
So pretty simple Dragon for them to take at the moment. No objectives to be taken on their side of the map, and they're even going for Jensen.
Solar Flare lands on Jensen. The Weaver's Wall gives him a little bit of distance, but Vulcan doesn't have flash anymore, and they cannot close the gap.
Even if he is down, doesn't CS into Licorice. That doesn't necessarily matter since C9 was making a play elsewhere, but here comes Spica.
Okay, Thanatos with a Pathmaker. Dodges a little bit of the damage, but the cease and desist and even the all-out is not enough to keep Thanatos alive. And it's to the top side. Licorice does have the Keeper's Verdict. We'll see how well he can use it to punt away members, but Thanatos with the Pathmaker will be unstoppable, and Isles is forced to flash away from the pounds, but Blabber might get caught out. Death Shards and Licorice with the damage. Blabber is forced to flash away. The Ignite ticking down. Licorice wants the kill, but he cannot close, but it's okay because Ven says, hello, buddy. Did you miss me? As Ven takes him out with the arrow.
Yeah, they're even trading for the Rift Herald too.
Yeah. I mean, I think Dignitas wins big on this. They're gaining way more gold with 2 turrets being felled by them. This puts them ahead now. A solid 2,000
It's good to see him back as the AD carry. We have one more for later.
Solar Flare, Sven merely sidesteps it, still has Flash and Cleanse if he needs it, but no fear because Isles is there and Licorice will follow up now on Vulcan, who was the one that overextended for the play, and Sven picks up his second kill of the game.
2-0 on Sven. Actually, for Sven.
Is it related to esports?
We might be seeing a fight, so hold on that. Oh, anyway, yeah, Kate Winslet.
What is this?
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, she seamlessly slipped into the voice of Big Pennsylvania.
Well, the voice, that's going to have to wait. A fight has started out. The Weaver's Wall separates Spica over the wall. As he went a little too deep, the flash is not going to save him on that one. All out for Thanatos, grabs Jensen as he flashes over the wall, but still dies to the damage and the long range of Cloud9's backline. Sven charges up an arrow, finds nothing.
Good position on this Drake. They don't have good control wards in here, so Jensen is fully seen. They don't have mid push, so C9 actually get to dictate this if Vulcan can find a good engage. Vulcan's actually hoping that they come into him so he can hex flash over the wall. I'd say they're out of position now.
Wait, but Jojo Pyun is the target. He still has flash, flashing away from Spica and Licorice. Meanwhile, on the right side, Blabber was picked off by Jensen. Licorice now the target. Berserker went in with the killer instinct, but doesn't find the kill. The rest is Dignitas.
But Dignitas make the decisive play, get the Drake they need, and stabilize to stop the soul point.
Debut on that Cloud9 squad. If he was able to take him down, even in a game, let alone the entire series, that would give them so much morale and confidence for the rest of the summer split, as they're going to engage on the Isles, dropping super low. Maybe they can get a trade, but Blabber gets completely eviscerated by Sven in the backline. And now they're looking for more onto Vulcan. Vulcan will also drop. Jojo tries to join the party, but I think he didn't realize that his team was losing the fight. A triple kill over to Sven.
Sven's back, baby. 5-0, 22 minutes in the first game against Cloud9, and try and flank, and that would be the window for C9 to try and come back. Here it comes.
Teleport right onto the back line, but Dignitas are able to space away into the jungle. Licorice will be the first one to take up the damage. Jojo Pyun is fun! They knew they didn't have flash. It was an easy setup. Spica is able to get away from the rest of Cloud9, as now Licorice is trying to hold down the line against Berserker. He still has flash and barrier, and he's trying to cut this one out, but he might just go down. He's blinking on HP, and Licorice slams his body into the ground. A seismic shove will find Blabber, takes him down as well. Dignitas are on the victory march.
They are running through Cloud9. Cloud9 had the TP ward set up to do. He was completely fine. He was up 10 CS against Thanatos in the laning phase, and he's been exceptional in team fights.
Wards scattered throughout the river. Dignitas will be using to sweep out Cloud9's own vision. Cloud9, I mean, their methods of engage, it all relies on Vulcan, but Blabber is going to get caught out. The flash means the cease and desist and seismic shove combo will land true. No way for that cat to get out. Jojo Pyun is forced to Valkyrie over to the left side. Meanwhile, Vulcan getting taken out by Sven and Isles. Thanatos will fall, and Dignitas are on their way to take down the Nexus.
So I loved that play because they were actually able to easy, clean team fight win and Baron take by a Dignitas team that we haven't seen play together before. Yeah, here's what I'm talking about. There's only 3 Dignitas people in the mid lane when they win that mid lane fight. So the the rest of them can fly down. We got another fight actually in the same spot.
Unfortunately, Jad, Dignitas are not done with this fight. However, Berserker finds Licorice in the back, but Thanatos is traded by Dignitas. Now 4-on-4. Berserker is half HP. The rest of Dignitas want this fight. They know that Blabber has no flash. The flash cease and desist from Spica finds the jungler of Cloud9. Jojo falls next.
Versus
and the
two push, they might have been able to go for the end. Instead, I think it's going to be the mid lane inhibitor, maybe the bot lane. It is 3v2, and when C9 respawns, they'll have a faster approach to this fight.
Yeah, 10 seconds on Thanatos, 20 seconds on Jojo. So definitely both of these inhibitors will fall, but Dignitas will take this time to reset after. There is another dragon spawning in the next 26 seconds.
There's a really high damage build by Berserker there, so he shreds him while that's happening. And yeah, this dragon was never going to be a big contest with the this turret.
Weaver's Wall. Gonna cut off the members of Cloud9. This is for the game. Thanatos does not get hit, but Vulcan does. The death charge hits multiple members. The chain of corruption spreading the root. Jojo flashes the arrow, but is still too low to participate in the fight. The rest of Dignitas cleaning out two from Cloud9's squad. The rest of Cloud9 now on the doors of death. Can they defend this base? But we already know that against a team with 13,000 gold ahead, it's not likely to happen. Dignitas. So many questions around this team, but the way they came into game one of this summer split, it's looking like a big dig summer, baby.
8-0-7 for Sven. They want to get this Berserker kill too. They want to go for it. Here we go.
Getting more kills for the KDA stats. Pad them up. Dignitas takes the first game win of the series. Someone like Sven to find a team. And Spica.
This is a good start for C9 though.
Hey, they wanted to start the Thanatos train early, but the all-out is going to bring Vulcan over the wall, but the Ignite, no way. Okay, Jojo's there for the reinforcements, and the Ignite gets the final tick first. It looks like he doesn't want to commit. They're just going to bully Licorice off the wave as he does have a good freeze going on.
I mean, he had 75% health in Ninja Tabi. I don't know if just straight up ulting him in lane is going to be able to kill him unless you're actually bringing Jojo on that timer. So Licorice, good game sense, avoiding that gank, actually makes a roam here, and
Jojo flashing the fear from Jensen, crucial as that could have been lights out for him.
Yeah, it looks like Blabber's going to be able to get the Void Grubs nonetheless. Licorice is going to say hi along the way, but he's got no backup.
I mean, Blabber should be able to get this once the W comes off. Cooldown and the smite, if he needs it, secures all three grubs.
Yeah.
Spica is level 6, has Cease and Desist available. No flash on Jojo. He should be the next target. Cease and Desist follows up, and Jojo has no way out. Dignitas with their first kill of the game.
Got the flash. Still looking for this. Jojo's moving over as well. They might try and 4-man or at least push him off the wave.
If you can do it from Fog and hit Isles before he has a chance to react, maybe it's the good play. Battle dancing over, Jojo Cone follows up, and the cleanse immediately used, but Sven cannot flash in time as he already used it to try and gain distance, but he still goes down. Both of the summoner spells gone. Vulcan tried to use the Keeper's Verdict to hit Jensen, but he teleports in safely. The Spiraling Despair is going to do a lot of damage onto the members of Cloud9, and Dignitas will answer back. They interrupt Blabber's Arctic Assault, but they still fall to the power of Berserker. Zeri, Jensen, can he carry this through for Dignitas? Finds the Searing Bolt onto the left. Plus the passive, that like, Flowers can attest that is just like, oh man, all right, well, 3 abilities on Q, 3 abilities on W, 3 abilities on E, and then ultimate plus passive. Good job we have to live as Cloud9 going to be making a trade once again. This time, it's the second dragon going their way, whereas Dignitas get the second rotation of grubs. And already, the community is talking, and they're saying, we cannot be sleeping on Jensen anymore, guys.
You just can't. I mean, he had a really good split on FlyQuest. He just wasn't good on Annie. Like, that's also fresh start for him on Dignitas here as the caster curse commences.
This is not just the caster curse.
There was no Scuttle Crab, or there was no Rift Herald up, and they created 2 plays around bot lane here. One got them the first kill and then the triple kill for Jensen, and the second there actually ended up killing Jensen. But if they can set up the map into positions where they can actually get things happening without like needing a dragon to be there, it's a really good sign because they're so good in lane and they're such talented players.
Seismic shove off of Vulcan's wall slam. Spica might be in trouble. The Ignite and the Keeper's Verdict interrupting his Vault Breaker. One more threaded volley would do the trick. But Berserker cannot get in range. The W tags him and he pops the ulti. A couple more on attacks. There it is. Spiraling Despair dissuades him from participating in the fight and completely deletes him. Jensen and Isles trying to fight on back. The Volt is catch up. I think the other thing that caught Berserker by surprise is after the triple kill, Jensen got super accelerated. Jojo-kun in that fight was on components, whereas Jensen still had a full Archangel staff. It's still not a Seraph's quite yet, but just having that extra AP at this point in time definitely just going to eclipse them in the power curve as Isles is in a world of trouble. The Chain of Corruption goes wide. Nobody on Cloud9 gets punished as they just take the clean kill.
Huge play. Look where Thanatos is. He's been pushing the bot lane the entire time. That was a 4v5 where they picked up a kill. Like, the fact that Dig sat 5v4, didn't get anything happen, actually had a negative play happen is a disaster, but Vulcan gives one right back.
Long range engages from Cloud9, also his flash, and now Blabber, despite being a tank, his first item is...
Yeah, everyone was disappointed with their spring split performance as Isles is just fighting for vision, and C9 is right back to trying to pressure side lanes, but Blabber definitely had one of his worst splits in a while, not making, I don't know if he made any, he definitely didn't make first or second team All-Pro.
Yeah.
He's further down that ranking than I've seen him for years. Game 1 here, 1-7 on Italy. Game 2 here on Sejuani, wanting to get the win. And here comes Spica.
Cease and desist right into Jojo. He flashes away in time. Isles is in trouble, dancing away. But Spica doesn't have that mobility or the flexibility to get out alive once he commits. Thanatos is onto the back line. Pops the Hexac ultimatum looking for one more. But he dives too deep and doesn't respect the damage from Jensen. Licorice from the side. Picks up. Will punt Spica away. And that buys enough time for Cloud9 to make this quick play on the tier 2.
Yep, some juicy gold in that.
Doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
Not what they want to do.
But Cloud9 will try to brute force for this next wave. They're early crashing it, catching it high. The Weaver's Wall is going to cut off Dignitas. They don't necessarily need to engage. Just bully them away from the wave so that they can get this tier 2 and at least trade something for the Dragon.
So they're getting more gold. Here's the fight.
Thanatos onto Licorice, but not committing the ultimate quite yet. Dignitas are able to brute force their way through. Isles now looking for the counter engage with the quickness, but forced to jump away. Thanatos commits onto Licorice. He's already using the flash and takes him out with the back at full HP. Vulcan, nice Keeper's Verdict, punt Spica away. They know that Spica was known. Brute force their way through the mid lane, not respecting the pick potential that Cloud9 had. Licorice still no flash. Gonna get engaged on by Cloud9, but it's very tanky, can tank a lot of that damage, dropping to only 2/3 of his HP. Thanatos pushing in the mid wave. Rest of Cloud9 trying to lay the siege down through both of these minion waves.
Oh, Licorice has no flash, but Thanatos jumped on.
Spica committing with the cease and desist. Isles and Sven all on top of him as well. Blabber cannot save, and the Glacial Prison is...
Thanatos now are even counter-pushing the mid lane with a numbers advantage.
First one away. Oh, wait, what landed?
Damage on
that was
Jojo.
A nice root on the Jojo-kun, and he goes down. The Jensen spiraling despair. It's all disaster for Cloud9. And Dignitas have the push. They commit the flash over the wall and fight Blabber as well. Spica laying down the pain, and Dignitas.
The second pick here, where C9 is just trying to get back under their turret, but the first halfway quiz for you today.
Spica's found another target on the Thanatos. No flash available for him, and he gets deleted by Sven on this champion.
C9 was 5k up with Baron. Now they're 1k up with 4 players and facing Soul.
Glacial Prison right on top of Spica, trying to get the counter engage. The Weaver's Wall cuts Spica off from the support of Dignitas. Flanks from Thanatos. He's actually just going to teleport to the mid wave instead. Vulcan taking a lot of damage from the Chain of Corruption to the poke.
Yeah, and Dick has so much range. They can't full commit, but if they can poke them out and get kills.
Vulcan goes down, but it's a trade of supports. Cloud9 still having Thanatos, so it's a 4-on-3 for now. Spica just respawned and is running from the base, but I don't think he's going to get in here in time. Maybe if Dignitas can find a lucky snipe. Maybe Sven can channel his Unagumu Yushi, but he's already fired the arrow, and the secure is there for Blood. Vulcan is looming on the right side. Keeper's Verdict will punt one. They pop the spell shield from Sven, so he could be a target if he gets too close. Keeping his distance, fires an arrow. As the rest of Licorice's health bar is starting to evaporate, Thanatos locks him down. The all-out pulls him away, but he still going to all 3 games.
Yeah.
And we are definitely in position for it if Cloud9 can close out this game. As Vulcan slams Isles into the wall, pops the quickness, it doesn't do a damn thing. The rest of Cloud9 pop him like a balloon.
6,000 health. They just can't contest it.
Yep. Dignitas, the best that they can do is go for the mid wave, and even Joe
Just trying to brute force this turret down.
Keeper's verdict, they go for Sven, but he pops the cleanse and is able to get away, dodging the seismic shove with just a simple sidestep, but the tier 3 is fell on the
end of the game.
Berserker poking over the wall with the W. Dignitas trying to find posture in this river. Licorice is the first target.
Isles
Oh, it's
again!
Isles! It's Isles! Licorice still safe.
A target on him. Pick him for Baron, pick him for Drake. Both teams now on Soul Point, but the gold lead is for Dig. They get the Squires Boom to know it's around, but there's just too much to keep him out of the pit.
Nice Weaver's Wall will keep Spica at bay, and Dignitas have to choose. Do you want to contest Soul, or do you want to save your base? Because Thanatos is making short work of this inhibitor, and he's got Baron-powered minions. He can look to end. He's actually teleporting to make sure that he can get out alive. And the rest of Cloud9, Thanatos going into the mid lane, gets locked down by Spica. Can they have enough damage to burst him out? Thanatos is barely going to live. Thank you, Ocean Soul. Cloud9 sends your gratitude as Dignitas do not get the pick on Thanatos.
Even the Guardian Angel would have kept him alive with the backup arriving from C9. It is seeming more and more inevitable that, as you wished, Rafa, we're gonna go a full 6 games in the first day of the best of 3 LCS summer split. Bonus League of Legends coming at you if Cloud9 can close this one out. Here's the Weaver's Wall.
Ben still has Flash and Cleanse, and he's got the spell shield from Edge of Night, so he's safe for now. Licorice tries to take up as much damage as he can, but he gets flanked by the seismic shove. He is taken out, and Berserker is going to flash forward. Tries to get some damage down, does not pop the ultimate quite yet. Rest of Cloud9 making the siege through all 3 lanes. As Isles is going to pop the quickness, JoJo flashing forward and getting the stasis down to protect him. Sven is taken out of the game. Cloud9 will not take this series away. Dignitas are going to have to fight back because Cloud9 are bringing it to game 3.
That is
really answer back on the dragon quite yet.
I mean, way higher priority on Grubs for Cloud9 than for Dignitas this series. I think if you're thinking about just the first spawn of Grubs, that's going to be 9 Grubs for C9 and 0 for Dignitas. So part of that is just because Blabber has a little bit of extra time. Their bot lane did decide to reset and is actually moving out top side. So, okay.
That'll be huge in order to help Licorice survive a potential dive.
He's in trouble.
Okay, and Blabber's here first. Spica is not going to get there in time. Licorice trying to leap strike the Blabber. The flash away. No way he gets out alive. Blabber just one more. The Nature's Grasp. Spica will take it as long as he steps in front, but Blabber flashes forward with the Bramble Smash and clips Licorice into the corner.
W flies over the wall and steals it.
Would have been cool if he's on objectives, because now you start spamming those saplings. And normally if this is Tank Maokai, you don't care about the saplings. But with Liandry's Rush and early on in the game, those things do take a large chunk of your HP, and it makes it even more difficult for Dignitas to challenge and contest these corridors, as Licorice might be the recipient of another dive, but Isles is here, Spica's here, and Thanatos just goes in too early. The teleport from JoJo tries to save the dive, and they answer back on the Licorice, but can Cloud9 get all of their members out? And the answer is no, because Vulcan was too deep. Wanted to go for this dragon and contest it alongside the rest of Cloud9. Berserker below 50% HP, trying to catch this wave.
That was one of the changes to incentivize not lane swapping early, is that first turret gold bonus would be increased. But it does mean it
empowers a lot of your long-range marksmen to siege the turrets quickly. Unfortunately, considering that there is a lot of long-range disengage from Dignitas, as the Solar Flare lands on Sven, still hasn't popped the flash, finally does it, but Blabber is already on the way with the twisted advance, and he
throughout that, but live and learn as Thanatos is getting ganked up.
He has flash and he pops the Dominus, but I don't know if it's gonna bail him out this time in the 2v1. Easily gets beaten down by Licorice's staff. The Rift Herald will crash. They should be able to fell the turret.
Yeah, Varus ultimate misses means C9 can stay fairly aggressive. They don't get all of it, but I think with no Varus ult, no Sejuani ult, they're just gonna easily grab it.
Just tap it.
More hit. Tap it in.
There you go. They got double TPs. I believe it's coming in from Jensen and Jojopyun. Spica trying to answer back. Decent combo, seismic shove on the Spica. The twisted advance will lock Spica down, and he's just overcommitted once again. Cloud9.
But they can't get vision to make it a safe suicide.
Yeah. And I think
there's no smite on Dig. He could have just stolen it if he had vision.
I mean, I think the benefit of having so many experienced players is it looks like Blabber got the steal. Glacial Prison landing right on top of Blabber. He has the flash, but no chance to pop it. Was it worth it? I'm not sure for Cloud9. And actually, I think I'm wrong. Dignitas might have gotten the secure on blue buff.
Yeah, Dig got the blues well.
Yeah. Oh, then it wasn't even Everything would have to come down to a massive shockwave from Jensen. Teleports are coming in from Thanatos. Jojo Pion is going to use the Weaver's Wall to try and cut them off, but Thanatos is on the other side. Seismic Shove finds Isles. He's the first one to go down. Vulcan is traded. Berserker commits with a Killer Instinct, trying to get the killing blow on Aspika. Thanatos is in the flash, looks for Sven, but they're kiting him out. But it's the Q that slices Sven down. Licorice is next as he falls to Berserker, and the rest of Cloud9 are on the hunt for Dignitas. Spica trying to get away.
Chase in for the kill, but he gets it, and there's a teleport. Jensen wants something to happen.
Spica, we know this guy can steal Barons, but he can't get into the pit. 1200 HP. Secured by Blabber. Fishing for the Glacial Prisons. Flash from Blabber trying to go in on the Spica as well. Jensen might just be caught out here. Oh, massive shockwave! Takes out two from Cloud9, but Dignitas is still on the run. Berserker's still alive, and he can still run amok. Soul Point coming up in 5 seconds as Cloud9 fights for posture.
Oh, those saplings are hitting pretty hard, but Dig wants to brute force through.
Hold right onto Blabber. Vulcan's into the back line, but Sven is not touched. Berserker dives right on in. Massive combo from Jojo Pion. Cloud9 completely delete Jensen and Isles. This series has been a banger, man.
That Vulcan engage was so good. He absolutely...
There's no further lockdown for the rest of Cloud9, but that is a summoner spell down for the top laner Dignitas as they have to now try and defend the rest of their base from crumbling. Cloud9 just making short work of the tier 2 in the mid lane.
Strong 5v5 team fighting team comp, but if they can't push any side lanes and they need to walk blind into every situation, it's bad. But
pick on the Jojo! The Seraph Shield, but the Seismic Shove does buy time. Nature's Grasp is coming in over the wall from Blabber. Will it save him? But Jojo Pion tries to get over the Weaver's Wall, but he gets intercepted by Licorice! The Counter-Strike stun finds him, and Vulcan will be the next one to fall! This is disaster for Cloud9, a big pickup! Oh, Blabber, could he be the hero and make sure that Dignitas don't have the wave back into this game? It's not happening. Dignitas, they're not out of this series yet, folks!
Push out mid lane.
They can make short work of this tier 1. Dignitas being able to clean out first turret.
They have deep push in bot lane as well for Jax, and they have way better setup for this than they did last one since they're already in the river.
Vulcan's in, tries to flash on his Sven. Berserker's gonna follow up, but he flashes away from the Solar Flare. Jojo Pion is down to the back line. Can he find Sven? Al's trying to save his AD carry, but he can't do it. Jojo Pion finds the killing blow on the AD carry of Dignitas, and the rest of Cloud9 will try and make sure that they can clean this series out, but Jensen is still alive. Spica's still alive. Looks like they caught Licorice. He goes all out on a Jojo Pion, but he uses the blast cone to get away. He survives. Cloud9.
The hero play, but he just can't get into the pit.
Yeah.
C9 hold off. 6. He's had great back-to-back games on Zeri and Kai'Sa.
When we started this series, it was a Dignitas win in game 1, and Sven was able to hold up and show that he is not an AD carry you can sleep on anymore, and he's still been trying to do his best to play these fights, but Cloud9 have put a target on his back. Berserker has shown he is just as good, and now the rest of Cloud9 will throw one more engage on the Dignitas. Sven, with no summoner spells, cannot survive the onslaught. Isles will fall next, and the rest of Dignitas make it out.
I mean, it's been through the Maokai Leona or even the Renekton right now, so it feels like Dig is lacking damage. Licorice isn't involved in these fights, Sven has lethality, and Jensen can't just shockwave them all.
Cloud9 get to continue the flash forward onto Jensen. The twisted advance locking him down for the seismic shove to follow up. Jensen, no more flash available. The Seraph Shield will not save him. Going down, and potentially the last fight of the game. Cloud9, 5-4. They find a seismic shove on a Licorice. Sven is trying to put arrow after arrow, but it's not enough damage as the Sterix Gauge will pop for Thanatos, keeping him topped off. The rest of Cloud9 making way through the inhibitor.
Before they kill him if they get him. This is a bit tricky to execute.
There's no flash from Licorice, so as long as Jojo Pion can find the seismic shove, which he does, gets a decent stun down, but Thanatos is not in range quite yet, but Licorice Finds the blast cone. Pops out to the left side.
Love to TP away.
Can Dignitas rush the Baron? How much time can Licorice buy? Baron's about to spawn in 1 second. Blabber's in the area.
A lot, apparently. Can he get the turret? No. The thing is, there's a teleport on Thanatos to match, so I don't think they want to start Baron. This is just overall, no way.
Wait, Licorice? Oh, that looked a lot closer than it needed to be. When you are down 6,000 gold, I think that is your last shot.
It's a bit of a Hail Mary for Dig in this game for making so many plays happen. Now with the Baron buff, they're going for yet more picks.
Jensen, still no flash available, and Blabber's able to close the distance alongside Berserker. No Orianna, no Shockwave available anymore to stop these minion waves from crashing into the Nexus towers.
Another pick, definitely C9 turning it on here.
Teleport.
Baron buff, can they end?
I mean, Licorice is trying to look for the flank. Can he get there in time and threaten? Berserker has both summoner spells available. The Glacial Prison right on top of Vulcan. They go balls deep into Cloud9's backline, but they don't find anything. The seismic shove flips them all back. Cloud9 will find the damage to take out the backline. Sven is still going to barely survive. Can they survive the onslaught? But Blabber's making sure we're in the Nexus